What's that? Ethan's 19th birthday list. Wait, didn't you just turn 18 yesterday?
Yeah, but a lot of my wishes didn't come true, so I'm looking forward to next year.
Let's see. Money, a girlfriend, another girlfriend, a third girlfriend.
Enough. Give that back.
Wow, Ethan, one girlfriend isn't enough?
The heart wants what it wants, okay? Anyway, stop judging me for my birthday list. Your birthday was a day before mine. What did you get?
I got what I wanted. I've been waiting for you to ask.
Well, what did you get?
I got a Brondell Lumawarm heated nightlight round close toilet seat. However, I didn't get the cat-shaped toilet brush I've been wanting.
Yuck. We'll have to talk about that later on in the show. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Grace. Welcome to Show 15. Don't yuck my yum.
Were you one of the people who got deferred from USC? I couldn't relate. Film majors don't get the option for early action, but I know that even if I don't get in, there will always be PCC. And if you need any help applying to PCC, head to the College and Career Center on February 16th for help on your application. Sign up at the QR code below by February 14th in order to save your spot.
On the day for family reunion and the celebration of a new year, a devastating tragedy happened just 10 miles away from Arcadia. 11 people were killed in the shooting at Monterey Park on the night of Lunar New Year. For more information on the massacre and how it has affected the community, we bring you Jacob Buan.
Hey, triage from Engine 61.
Go ahead.
I got 3 immediates in here, and I got approximately 10 deceased. I'm going to need another engine company for a litter team to get these immediates out of here.
The Lunar New Year is one of the most important holidays across the world. It is celebrated by nearly 1.5 billion people. Monterey Park, a city that has a large Asian demographic, is one of these communities. A day that's usually filled with happiness and celebration was ended abruptly at 10:20 p.m. Tran killed 10 people and injured another 10 on Saturday night. About 20 minutes after the initial attack, the killer strode into Lili Ballroom and Studio in Alhambra. But luckily, Brandon Desai, whose family runs the dance hall, was able to rip the gun out of the killer's hand. He was, at last, found dead in a van after escaping from the dance studio. But the true motive remains unsolved.
During the shooting, I was at home. Basically, we lived like 5 minutes away from the dance studio, and I used to dance there. I knew the dance owner. Both my parents also knew him, and my little sister too. And I remember him like always being really nice and kind, and he was always like really welcoming. I can't like believe that it just happened at my hometown and where I grew up.
The memorial happened on Tuesday, January 24th, where hundreds of people showed up to pay their respects to the fallen victims. The atmosphere of the crowd was heavy and filled with grievances. Many people were completely devastated. This marks the 5th mass shooting of the year, with another at Half Moon Bay just 2 days after the Stardance studio shooting. Friends, family, and neighbors united to reflect upon this traumatic night and begin recovering as a community.
The National Rifle Association and they're too powerful right now. They have the whole Republican Party in their grasp, and they'll never vote for stricter federal laws, I don't think. Well, it could change though if there's more like a mass movement. No, I guess I'm, guardedly optimistic, I guess you could say, but not with hope for anything soon. No.
For those affected by the shooting, our counselors are here to support us.
I think the one thing we want to remember is everyone processes at a different time. It's still very recent, and so we may have some students who are not wanting to talk about it, and that's okay. But what I do say is eventually it is something you're going to want to look at. We don't want to stuff our feelings, because when we do, we can have impact on our mental health as well as our physical health. So finding folks that we're close to, right? Maybe it's a friend, it's a parent, and just expressing how you're feeling, not holding on to it. Journaling, writing about it as well, because sometimes we may not want to talk about it with someone, but again, we got to get it out and express it.
In remembrance of the lives lost, let us offer up a moment of silence to the 11 victims and the affected families.
Speech and Debate is holding a matchmaking questionnaire to help everyone find their special someone before Valentine's Day. Just fill out the surveys located on QR codes on the pink posters around campus before February 1st. Bring $5 to room F103 anytime on February 14th to get your results. Hopefully I can check one girlfriend off the list.
Looking for a cool indie cafe to hang out with your friends? Or just a place to enjoy a nice pastry and coffee? Well, we have the perfect place for you. Let's head over to Maryam and Amish where they showcase a hot new cafe down the street.
I'm here in downtown Sierra Madre to look at the recently built cafe called Syndicate. Built in 2019, 4 months before COVID, Syndicate had a bit of difficulties, yet managed to strive through it. We talked to Syndicate owner and proprietor Alex Novak. Based on his past education, philosophy, and game theory, he collided both his passion for coffee and his understanding of the nature of biological interactions. He incorporated this ideal in the work dynamic of the cafe.
What you see in nature is that the things tend to synchronize with one another. So the coffee program is like its own animal. The bakery program is its own animal.
We talked to coffee aficionado and barista Brody Worrell, who gave us more information about the uniqueness of the setup of the shop.
It's like everything is made from scratch. When anybody orders like a signature drink that we have, they know it's nothing like store-bought, like everything's made here in-house. Syndicate is considered a third wave, so it's like we have a really good relationship with a roaster. So one of ours is Unity Roasters, kind of a three-step like farmer to roaster to us, and it's like kind of that connecting piece of like good relationships all the way through.
In the heart of Sierra Madre, this local coffee shop is accessible to all students from 7:30 to 4 p.m.
Yeah, come down and stop by Syndicate. Get a coffee, get some food, and a fresh pastry, and yeah, come hang out.
Thank you so much to Mr. Novak and all the other baristas for letting us take an in-depth look into the cafe. And thank you for the free latte as well. Back to you guys in the studio.
It gets really hard trying to carry all of my birthday gifts, so I bought a tote bag from the wellness committee, and you can get one too. At the QR code down below, the deadline to order is February 3rd, and tote bags are only $15. Make sure to get them before they sell out, and I can't wait to see our Apaches rocking this bag. Speaking of gifts, I wanted to apologize for not getting you a gift. 16 is an important age.
It's okay, man. You know, I've realized it's not about the materialistic things. What makes me most happy is just spending time with my family.
Aw, yeah, you're right. Why have a girlfriend when you can have family?
Okay, enough of the sentimental stuff. I have a joke for you. What did the basketball player do before blowing out her birthday cake?
What?
She made a swish. Wow, you're so fake. I bet our sports anchor Eli is laughing. Let's go to him.
That's crazy, because I'm not. But you know what's actually been crazy? Our sports team this week. In this edition of Apache Sports, we got a recap of the girls' soccer game as well as the doubleheader basketball games, both on Tuesday. But first, the boys and basketball teams have had an amazing senior night this past Tuesday, facing off against Hoover. Both teams were looking to clinch the win. It's great to hear that both teams
That's right, Eli. Now let me tell you something. Our girls and boys basketball teams had amazing senior night games against Hoover on Tuesday. The girls' game was very one-sided, with our Lady Apaches dominating the court for most of the game. Hoover tried hard to fight back, however our Apaches denied that request and decimated their Tornadoes with a final score of 57-14. The boys' game was much closer than the girls as both teams went back and forth to secure the victory. The game was extremely intense during the third quarter as both teams battled point for point. As soon as the fourth quarter rolled out, our Apaches quickly entered the lead and held it until the end, concluding the game with a final score of 42-56. A big congratulations to our Apache basketball teams for their amazing wins this week. Eli, I'd say this week has been pretty good for sports. What do you think?
It's great to hear that both teams managed to get the win. Speaking of teams that won, our girls soccer team played astonishingly against Hoover with an impressive final score. Let's send it over to Rahul to recap this amazing game.
Thanks, Eli. Our girls soccer team currently has an impressive 10-1 record in the Pacific League. They must have worked extremely hard to keep up this incredible feat in their game last Tuesday. The first half was dominated by the Apaches as our girls managed to score a staggering 5 goals in only one half. Hoover answered back with a goal, however that was nowhere near enough to stop the Apaches. During the second half, the team scored 2 more goals with Hoover scoring 1 as well, ending the game with a final score of 7-2. Let's get a huge round of applause for the girls soccer team for this astonishing feat. Let's hope we see more of this in the near future. This has been Rahul. Back to Eli in the studio.
On Tuesday, boys soccer won 3-1 against Hoover. On Wednesday, girls water polo won 10-2 against Crescenta Valley. Today, make sure to head out to the field at 3:30 as boys soccer take on Muir, as well as the North Gym for the doubleheader basketball game, both against Muir. Girls play at 5:30 and boys play at 7. Girls soccer also play an away game against Muir at 3:30. Back to the anchor's desk.
Thanks, Eli.
You know, right after I told you I didn't get you something and we were talking about all of that gifts don't matter stuff, I put a little something together for you in honor of Lunar New Year.
Wow, money. Wait, this isn't money. Is this?
Yep, the weird cat toilet brush you've been wanting. Sorry, it was too big to fit inside of the red envelope.
Thank you so much.
Before we end off this week's show, let's show you all of the other weird things that happened in our studio last night.
What happened? APN funds. I swear I put...
Our treasure?
No.
Oh my
No.
god. Where's our money? Oh my god, Steve. Oh my god, how are we gonna redesign our studio now? We've been saving up this since like last year.
I didn't
What's going on here?
Josiah stole our money.
Oh, the money in the pig? No, it's too obvious to keep that in the studio here. I put that in savings ages ago. Anyway, there wasn't enough for us to upgrade the studio.
Wait, you can fix that, can't you?
Every cent counts.
Click on our link down below to go to our GoFundMe page.
For every $25 that you donate, you will get an entry for a brand new Apple Watch!
Apple Watch!
Yes! We're counting on you.
Yes, listen to them. It's about time we get our studio redone.
Whoever gets that Apple Watch is a very lucky person.
Anyways, thank you all for tuning in to this week's show.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias down below.
See you guys next week.
Shin
and Kyla and Shen Ru Kyla.
Oh.